Hi guys, and welcome to another reading on my channel. I haven't been filming any readings lately, so this is a sort of a comeback, and I hope that I'll be doing more readings more frequently from now on. If you are new here, welcome. I hope my channel will bring you topics that are interesting to you and that all the readings will give you clarity and some practical advice on what to do in your situation. Today, we're going to take a look at who or what is blocking your connection. The purpose of this reading is mainly for seeing what is going on between people who are in romantic relationships or situationships. But if you have a different kind of a relationship in mind, you can also adjust the message accordingly. You can choose between 3 different piles today, and you can choose by the card that represents your pile or by choosing a crystal. And the piles are: pile 1, we have the Aquamarine with the card Never Ending Story. Pile 2, Moonstone with the card Time for a Nap. And last but not least, pile 3, Dalmatian Jasper, and the card TikTok. If you guys need more time to choose your pile, you can always pause the video and meditate. And of course, always bear in mind that if you are drawn to more than one pile, you can look at all of those that you wish to look at. Maybe there's a message in each pile for you, maybe just one sentence that you need to hear. And do always have in mind that this is a general reading. It might not resonate for all of you, and it is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it should have some meaning to you. Let's go to see what your pile has for you today. Welcome, pile 1, to your reading. You have chosen the Aquamarine crystal and the Never Ending Story. We're going to start with the energy of the Aquamarine itself, which tells me that within your connection, there is a lot of emotion that has never been expressed. And with the card Never Ending Story, I'm feeling this connection to be a type of connections that last for a long time, that never get the closure, and you're always going around in circles. Maybe you guys play hot and cold, maybe nobody has the courage to end things, and then you're just stuck somewhere in between being together and not being together. With the Aquamarine that is connected to your throat chakra, I definitely feel that a lot of the things have not been said at the time that they should have been said, and now it's quite problematic to even express those emotions. Some of you guys might be afraid to tell your truth of how you are feeling here, because you think you might lose this person, or that this person will reject you for some reason. And we will see how the energy of the crystal ties into your reading as we go on. And as I've mentioned already with the Never Ending Story, this is something that's been going on for a while, or if it's a new thing, it's already showing signs of it being hot and cold, of it not having a firm ground, not having a definition, not having some frame within that you two can work with, you know. And I do feel that a lot of you who have chosen pile 1 have had very deep feelings for this person, and even though you feel very sad, very agitated because of this connection, you still want it very badly. But before I go on, I do wish to pull some more cards, because I want to see what the cards are going to give us besides this energy. So who or what is blocking your connection, pile 1? What do we need to know here? Who or what is blocking your connection? We have masculine, and we have the secret admirer. So what I'm getting from these 2 cards is that the person who is more predominant in their masculine energy within this connection is the one that is blocking this. So you can be a guy that is very masculine, or you can be a woman that is very masculine. So whoever wears the pants, let's say it like that, in this connection is the person that is blocking this, that is blocking the flow of this connection. And this person definitely does have more feelings than they let on. Okay, so whether this is you or your person, the one that is wearing the pants in this connection has a lot more feelings than they are showing, and they are not ready to open up entirely to this connection. And this is why there's this push and pull energy that I feel from this group. And I don't think the issue was ever addressed in a proper way. It's been hanging like an elephant in a room. Everybody knows about it, everybody sees it, but nobody talks about it. And this is why I feel this aquamarine fits in perfectly with your reading. And if this doesn't resonate up till this point, pile 1, maybe today this is not your reading, or maybe you should choose another pile. Of course, if you were particularly drawn to this pile, maybe you should listen to the end. It might come as a little message later in the reading, something that you really need to hear. Okay, let's expand on this, pile 1. Who or what is blocking your connection? We have vanity. Whose criticism are you not able to handle? And we need one more. Stinginess. What do you feel is lacking in your life? This is becoming very interesting for me, because I see that the person that is more masculine in this connection is very burdened with what people think about them. Okay, they are very concerned about how they appear to people, how they look, how they present themselves, and this extends to their partner as well. So something about this connection, for them it seems as if it will not be accepted as if they had some other partner. Maybe the person is, let's say, dark-haired, and they only are allowed to be with blondes. Maybe the person is very tall and they want somebody who is shorter than them. Like, there could be all sorts of reasons why this person might feel that this connection is not quite the match. Not because they feel like it's not good for them, it's because they feel other people will judge it and they can't take the criticism. And with the stinginess here, I definitely feel this person lacks love and affection. It's something they have been craving for a long, long time, and it's something they have been getting within this connection. But unfortunately, the opinions of others are still way too important for this person, for them to be able to open their heart up for what truly matters here. Let's take 2 more cards. Who or what is blocking your person? So definitely other people's opinions. What is blocking this connection? This person definitely has a lot of issues regarding other people's opinions. Let's see what else. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And we'll take one more. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. What I see from these 2 cards is that this person doesn't trust life, doesn't trust themselves enough for them to be able to be happy within this type of a connection that you two are having here. And this is why the love is not requited. This is why this person keeps pulling back. This is why they can't open up and offer love. And it's really shame. It's such a shame, because this person already has what they want in front of them, but they just cannot see it. They are so caught up in this criticism and the opinions of others that they are basically sacrificing the very thing that they want the most. So whether this is you, pile 1, or your person, I'm very sorry to see this happening, because this is like a prison for this person. And all the good stuff, all the pretty emotions that this person lacks are right here in front of them, and they can't even recognize it. Unfortunately, they are pushing away the very thing they crave the most. Let's clarify this a bit more. Guys, excuse my stuttering or lack of proper sentences sometimes, because English is not my native language, as you can already tell, but I think you can understand me good enough at least. So what or who is blocking this connection? We have the 9 of Swords. We have the Emperor. And we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. So definitely there's a lot of anxiety around this topic of other people's opinions, of what is expected of this person to be like, to act like, to end up with certain type of person. There are a lot of expectations put on this person, whether those expectations are put by other people or this person puts those expectations on themselves. And this is what makes your person stressed out. And this is why they can't properly commit to this relationship. And they do have this very distorted sense of what a man should be, or somebody who is in their masculine energy. And I do feel that they are trying to push away everything until they are like 100% sure that the thing they're choosing is good for them. But unfortunately, they don't understand that 100% does not exist. And I feel like they're going to push away a lot of good and beneficial things from their life just because they are very insecure about this. And with the 8 of Cups here, we see that this person is basically in a place in life where they know that things are not going great for them. And they are disappointed. They don't like how their life looks, how it feels. But still they are staying. They are not ready to change anything. They're just sobbing here and regretting and crying and complaining. But unfortunately, they are not ready to turn their back on this and walk a way to find something better for themselves. And this is why I feel like this person is the one that is blocking this connection with their unwillingness to change the things that are not working for them. Let's take one card to see at what time can this relationship or connection improve. When will something meaningful happen that will change the course of this connection for the better? We have April. So at the time that I'm filming this, it is July. But however, this is a timeless reading, so do the math. Whenever you watch this from today till April, there is a good chance that something might move forward with this. Of course, April could also mean 4 months from now, whenever you are watching this video. And I feel like for most of you here, number 4 is very significant because it brings stability. And this is what this connection needs. It needs a certain stable foundation, because this never-ending story looks more like a number 5. Even though we have the number 10, 3 plus 7 equals 10, I don't feel this as being the end. I only feel like this needs to balance. This needs to get a firm foundation, whatever it is. Either you guys decide to be together or to part ways, but you need to get something firm and you need to have something decided within this connection. And we'll take one more card for advice. So what's pile one's advice for this situation and this connection? What do they need to hear? Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. I feel like I need to clarify this a bit further, because a lot of people think that if maybe somebody is lazy and it bothers you, that means that you are lazy as well. That is not true. That is not the way this is your reflection. It can be, but it is not in most scenarios. So maybe you are somebody who is hardworking, and then you see a lazy person, and the way that they mirror back to you is maybe you feel like their life is easier, or maybe they get away with stuff that you could never get away with. Maybe everybody hangs out with them because they're so easygoing, and you're stressed out because of the quantity of the work that you have to do. Maybe you're doing the things that they should be doing because you're a good colleague. You have to see in which way that person reflects your wound, because you have something that triggers you within that person, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that quality that triggers you is the quality that you too possess. It can be, but it might not be as well. Okay, you need to get more clear on what it is that bothers you here. If this person won't commit, you need to see whether you are ready to commit as well, or there is something else within this connection that this non-committal behavior brings up to surface within your own emotions. Okay, so you do need to dig around this a bit to really know what's at the end of it. And I feel like the more you will focus on the things that are good, the things that you really want for yourself, and not settle for less, I think this situation will resolve itself faster. Dear Pile 1, I hope this resonated, I hope this helped, and I really wish that you see some progress with this connection and that something turns for the better for both of you. And so I wish you to have a good day after this reading, not to become sad or agitated or anything like that. This is just for you to get clarity on your situation and don't take it way too seriously. Okay, guys? See you in the next reading. Bye. Welcome, Pile 2, to your reading. You have chosen the Moonstone and the card Time for a Nap. I'm going to start with the Moonstone because it bears a certain energy that I think is relevant to your reading today. So with the Moonstone, what I'm getting is that somebody has pulled back, somebody has been needing some space, maybe some time for themselves, and maybe they needed a break from your connection. And this might be a reason why you are watching this reading today. I feel like this void, this gap, this space that has been created between the two of you is very hard on both people, but still I feel it is necessary for the growth both of you need to go through. And with the Moonstone here, I see that there is great gentleness that needs to be applied here for this connection to progress further. And with the card Time for a Nap, we are getting here another confirmation that things have come to a standstill. Somebody pulled back, somebody needs to rest, somebody needs to think about this connection, about this relationship, about where they want things to progress. And I feel like this pause between the two of you is actually needed. So if you have been struggling with this, I know I can't condole you with my words today, but still, if these words have any meaning, then I wish that you could at least feel a bit less stressed about this pause that's been going on in your connection. What I feel here as well is that this pause is not only to bring clarity on where you want this connection to go, but it's also to maybe double check whether the two of you are right for each other, and if so, your connection will grow even more. You will have an even deeper connection because you've overcome this pause, this challenge that has been presented in your connection at this moment. But let's take a look at some more cards and then we'll see where this is headed. So who or what, I haven't even started shuffling, thank you cards. Who or what is blocking your connection? What do we need to know? I feel like I had something more to say here, but then it just evaporated. If it's important, it will come up within the reading, so don't worry guys. We have love language, deep conversations. Yeah, I had something specific in mind. Now I remember. If some of you were in a committed relationship with this person and maybe the problem was fertility of one of the partners here, and maybe you guys wanted to have a baby and you've been having trouble conceiving, this might be the reason why this pause is here. So I just wanted to put that out there for somebody who might resonate with this. Of course, this will be a minority in this group, but still, I had an urge to say this. Who or what is blocking your connection? Invitation of love. Wow, this is very interesting because I see that this pause is not because the two of you don't love each other. This is not because the two of you don't want to be with one another. It's the way that I described just a minute ago. Like, there is something objectively going on here which makes it very hard for the two of you to be happy, to maintain a quality relationship here. So I feel that most of you who chose this pile are in a committed relationship and you're just having a rough patch. You are just in this phase where everything keeps going downhill and it's very hard to maintain the conversation with this person, because what we see here with deep conversations is that the two of you are not really getting along at the moment. You're not talking to each other in ways that both of you can understand. So if you know the book, The 5 Languages of Love, then you are well aware that people have different love languages. And if you don't show love in the language that your partner needs you to show them love, then they won't feel that you love them. No matter how much you try, if your love language is not the one that your partner needs for them to feel loved, then you will always try, but you will not get far. And this is what I get from this pile. Like, the two of you really love each other, but there is some miscommunication here, and both of you are either not aware of it or you're not careful enough. Maybe your emotions take over in the moment and then you see things that you don't mean or do things that hurt the other person and then you're sorry afterwards. And this is why I feel with the Moonstone that there needs to be a lot of gentle energy within this connection in order for this to work. And with the invitation of love, I feel like there is a chance to save this. I don't feel like this is doomed. I really don't. I actually think this pile is very positive in terms of what may happen next for you, because I feel you have a lot of chance to get through this and make this relationship work. But let's clarify and go more in depth to see who or what is blocking this connection pile too. Wisdom. Which knowledge do you possess but are not using? And we'll take one more. Materialism. What need of yours you think you can fulfill with material possessions? So what I'm getting here is that a lot of you maybe dealing with this type of a situation when it comes to other people, and you might be an expert. Maybe you're a psychologist, maybe you work with people, but now that this situation happens to you, you are lost. You've lost all your abilities that you usually, and all the advices you usually give to other people, and you don't apply this to your situation. And I feel like you already have the answer to this problem, to this blockage in this connection, but it's just because it's very subjective. It's happening to you. You've lost all ability to actually do the things you usually do for other people. And with the materialism here, I feel like there is a difference in opinions, a difference in values between you and your person, which make this particular situation very difficult. Either this is, I want children and my partner doesn't. I want to change jobs and move, my partner doesn't. So there is a choice that needs to be made, and both of you are not on the same page. And this is why this distance, this pause is here, because both of you need to think things through. Maybe find a third solution. If you are thinking of moving, so the two options are, we either move or we stay. Maybe you need to find a third option that will be okay for both people within this connection. And I feel this is solvable. I really do, Pile 2. I don't usually give false hopes. My readings are more known for brutal truths than wishful thinking. So I really think that this is manageable and that the both of you can work this thing out. Let's see what else. Who or what is blocking your connection? Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So definitely we see the pause, the distance, the space, the separation that is going on. And again, I feel it is necessary for both of you to move further from this situation. And we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I get the vibe of like married people who've been together for like 10, 15, 20 years, and they're having a mini crisis here. That's what I'm feeling. And from some time apart will do wonders, because you will see how much this person means to you and how much this connection means to you. And I do feel like this separation will end, that the both of you will see that you deeply care for each other, and the love is more important than any choice that you make here. And this is why you will find a solution that suits everybody. I really think so, Pile 2. Let's see what else. Who or what is blocking this connection? Pile 2. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords in reverse. And the Four of Wands. I think that you guys forgot that you've put a lot of effort into this connection, that you've put a lot of effort to be together, to care for one another. And it's like the two of you have given up in this situation. Something happened, there's a problem ahead of you, and then you both just gave up. You've given up the fight before it even started. And I feel like you need to be reminded how much this person means to you, how much you went through together, and that this relationship is still something worth fighting for, and that there can be joy after you resolve this problem as well. So this is not your end. This is not your pitfall. This is your, let's call it, renaissance. This will give you new perspective, new abilities, new ways of communicating, of loving each other. Everything will bloom after you resolve this problem. This is what I sense here. And I feel like this shouldn't be given up that easily. It's worth fighting for this. Whatever this problem is, it's worth addressing, okay? Let's see some time frame in which this connection might improve. Wow, tomorrow. That was fast, guys. So whenever you are watching this reading, tomorrow something good might happen, or something that will be significant for the improvement of your relationship. And I guess that you came to this reading just to hear that things can get better and will get better, and that will enable you to actually see some progress. Because like I already said, I feel like this is a positive reading. I don't feel this as something negative, as something unresolvable. This is just a small barrier you will very easily pass through and resolve it. And we'll take one more card for advice. Let's see, advice for pile 2. Okay, we got way too many. I need just one card for you guys. I feel like you've already got everything you need. You just needed confirmation, and this is what this reading is all about, confirmation. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Exactly. You two love each other. There's no doubt about it. Maybe you just have forgotten because of the problem that is in front of you, and I feel like you need to be reminded of that. Both of you need to be reminded of that. And if you love each other enough, which I see that you guys do, I feel like you can get through this with no problem. My dear pile 2, I wish you all the best. I know that you will go through this quite easily. I know everything will be good for you at the end or in the end. And I definitely hope that this situation improves as soon as tomorrow. See you in the next reading, guys. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You've chosen the Dalmatian Jasper and the card Tick Tock. I'm going to start with the energy of the Dalmatian Jasper because I think it will have some relevance for your reading today. So Dalmatian Jasper brings joy, it brings childlike behavior, but in terms of very relaxed, very calming, very playful way of living. So I feel that if there is a blockage within your connection, if there is something blocking your connection, it soon will pass. And we see that with the TikTok as well. What this card is saying, this might be the case at the moment that this connection is blocked. But as time goes by, as time will pass, something will be lifted, something will be changed, and the blockage will be removed. So I feel like whatever is going on at the moment, it's going to pass really soon. And that's a good thing to know, and that's a good way to start off this reading. Let's pull some more cards to see who or what is blocking this connection. Who or what is blocking this connection? Wow, we have hitched. I didn't see that coming, guys. And we have the key to my heart. So we have two scenarios here that I'm getting. Either this person is married and will divorce, will separate with their partner very soon, and you two will have a chance to work on your relationship. Or the two of you are wanting to get married, but something is getting in the way and it should improve very, very soon. So whatever of the two is your personal story, or maybe something even totally different, these cards are very indicative of things moving forward for the better in very short amount of time. So if you chose this reading today, I feel it was just to give you like this boost of optimism to really anticipate the change in this connection, the improvement of this connection. And I feel like this might be the main reason you are here today, pile 3. Let's get more clarity on this. Who or what is blocking your connection? We have kindness. Do you find it difficult to say something nice to someone? And one more. Sadness. Why are you sad? With these two cards, it's like somebody here has to be very careful about how you approach people, how you talk to people, how you make people feel around you. Because I feel like your words sometimes come out very cold. And you are not that type of person. Maybe you just have a hard time expressing your emotions. And people don't easily get you. This is what I'm getting for pile 3. And this might hinder the progress of this relationship. I feel like your person needs to understand you better in order to really know that you are a good fit for them. And as I've already said, I feel like this is going to happen in no time. And this is just this block that is currently happening is here to give time for both of you to get to know each other better. If this is somebody who is already married, and if they have the tendency to move towards you, to be with you instead of their current spouse, I feel like this person has to find a good way to end things with their spouse, especially if there are children involved. And this might take some time for them to be able to do that. But like already said at the beginning of this reading, I feel like time is the only issue here. It takes time for things to develop in a certain way. And I don't feel like you should be sad because it's taking a bit more time. And I feel like you are. It's like you are expecting things to happen instantly. And this is a process that needs to unfold and that has its own way of going, way of functioning in order for you to reach the goal you want. So instead of feeling sad, maybe focus on how can you enjoy this moment while you're waiting, or maybe not waiting, but while this process is going on in your life. Okay, let's take 2 more cards. Who or what is blocking your connection? We have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Very interesting. And we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So there is an ex that needs to be released. So this is something that I haven't addressed yet, but definitely it comes to play with this card here as well. Maybe somebody was married, was in a committed relationship, and they are no longer in it. However, they are still emotionally invested in that person, whether they're still angry, haven't let go of resentment. And I feel like this has taken a toll in your relationship. So somebody needs to let go of their ex, because that is definitely a major red flag here. And it might take some time for this person to be able to do it. But as I've already said, TikTok, time is going, time is rushing forward. And I feel like this person needs to catch up if they're not already doing it. Okay, let's pull some more. Who or what is blocking your connection? We have the Judgment. We have the King of Wands in reverse. And we have the 9 of Wands. So definitely there needs to be a decision here, a decision that will have long-lasting consequences. If this is a marriage, a committed relationship that needs to be ended in order for the two of you to be together, then definitely this person will have a lot on their plate to sort out. And it might take this person some time for them to actually arrange everything in order. And like I already said, you don't need to wait. Focus on what is good in your life. Don't be sad because of this situation. Let this person deal with their own stuff. And they do have a lot to go through with this 9 of Wands. We see there's a lot of things to go through before they are able to be with you. So allow them to go through this process to sort everything out. And in the meantime, focus on yourself. Focus on feeling good. Do the things that make you happy. And eventually this person will step up and bring you the relationship that you so desirably want. Okay, let's pull some time frame to see when this connection will improve. When will something happen that will improve this connection? When can you expect that to happen? We have Wednesday. So it can be next Wednesday, it could be in 3 days, it can be any other Wednesday. So this is fairly general. However, this is a general reading, so take it as such. And we're going to take advice for you, pile 3. One card for advice. What do you need to hear as advice for this situation? Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So instead of always thinking about what is blocking this connection, being sad about it, just make space and make room in your mind for something new, something creative, something fun. With the Dalmatian Jasper, we already saw this is the energy of joy, of laughter, of having fun. And this is something you should focus on in your life. And as you focus more on that, the situation will resolve itself more easily. My dear pile 3, I hope this resonated. I hope this gave you some understanding about what's going on in your connection. And I really hope that I see you in my next reading, because I have a lot more to share with you. And I wish you all the best with this person. Bye.